it's me, Canadensis, and today we're going to be restyling these two Amaya dolls. I'm probably going to leave the outfit and possibly the hairstyle alone on this one, but it needs some TLC because, as you can see, the rubber band popped, so the fishtail's coming out. And also this hairstyle, I like it, but Amaya has a side part, and I left the side part alone, so these were two different sizes, and it's kind of weird, so I might change things up. And then for this doll, we need to wash out her hair because, as you can see, it's like greasy and crunchy from the hair gel, so we need to work that out of there. And then also, I want to show you guys the rooting pattern and what the hair looks like on the doll's head without being styled, and then I'm going to be styling it. I kind of want to do maybe like a French braid type of thing, but I don't know if that's going to work for the same reason as her with the side part situation, because I wanted to do a straight back two French braids thing, because I always see people with those, and I don't know how to do French braids. I don't think I like physically could do it on my own hair, and I think they're always so pretty. Every time I see people with them, I'm always so jealous of their hair. But I thought it would be interesting on her because she has rainbow hair, but I don't know because of the side part thing, but we will see. We will see. So I'm gonna take these dolls upstairs. I don't really need to do a boil wash or anything, so this is gonna be a little bit easier. I am gonna take this girl to my bathroom because I don't think she's really gonna fit in the sink, so we're gonna use the bathtub and wash out her hair. So I will see you there. Fit in the sink, I just had to balance her body off of the counter a little bit, and I just soaked her hair and washed through it with shampoo. So Amaya and Amaya, refer to them as such, okay, are now just waiting. I like to leave the conditioner to soak for quite a long time because I just feel like it makes the hair a lot silkier. And just from this part, I'm already noticing pretty stark differences in the coloring of their hair as well as the root pattern, so I'm excited to show that to you guys once I have them out of the sink. But yeah, I think this is actually really cute. Like, I think I'm gonna use this as a thumbnail just because look how cute it is that they're like having a mother-daughter spa day. But yeah, it was actually really easy to wash the gel out of Big Amaya's hair. It was not as difficult as the other dolls at all. There wasn't really a lot of it anyway, but it just came right out. On the smaller dolls, if you're going to be washing a smaller doll, I recommend using Dawn dish soap just because the grease, or the gel is very like greasy, and Dawn dish soap or any type of dish soap is made to cut through that, so it makes it a little bit faster and easier. But a lot of times I have to soak them in super hot water and continually wash and soak and wash and soak. But this was actually really easy, so I am very relieved. Alright, I'm gonna go do something else and return when the hair has soaked for long enough, and I'll wash it out and get them ready to dry. I'm just gonna rinse the conditioner out, so. Oh, it's super, super soft and pretty. Yay! Then set them aside. Alright, the big girl. Oh my gosh, her hair. Yeah, she was kind of clogging the drain there. If your house has old plumbing, you have to wait. Alright, well, I washed the conditioner out, so I will see you when her hair is dry, I guess, or I'll show you where I put them. So I changed my mind, and I think I would rather straighten her hair instead of whatever I was gonna do. I don't know, I kind of want to see it down because I really like it, and I don't want to like hide it in a big elaborate hairstyle of some sort. And I'm also gonna do it to little Maya. I feel like I've never seen a blue-haired Amaya doll with straight hair. I'm sure somebody's done it, but I have not personally seen it. So yeah, we're just gonna straighten the hair. Tips for straightening doll hair. I'm using a straightening iron that has heat settings. You want to make sure that it has heat settings so that you can change it. And you want to make sure that you have let it get fully to the heat setting that you're comfortable with. Mine is, I feel safe with it around 15 to 20, but I don't know what those numbers actually mean on my straightening iron. And then also you're going to want to straighten the doll's hair when it's wet. I know that's different from how you do human hair, but with doll hair, it's made out of plastic. These are literally just, they take a big ball of hot plastic and they stretch it out. That's how doll hair is made. So if you get it too hot, it will turn back into plastic mush. So you want to be really careful. And I know a lot of this stuff is high temperature, but you don't want to hurt your doll. So there is a lot of energy in evaporation of water, or the vaporization of water, excuse me, evaporation not evaporization, that's not a thing, but the vaporization of water takes a ton of energy. So when you're straightening the doll's hair and you get steam and you hear that sizzling sound, that's where the energy's going. Oh my god, look how soft and pretty that looks. That's where the energy's going. It's not going directly into the plastic. Instead, it's like it's giving it a lighter dose of heat, if that makes sense. I really like how that looked, and that was a good way to test. Make sure you always test before you do it, no matter how comfortable you are with your settings. Test on, I would do it on the doll that you're doing in case there's a different, like, I don't know, in case it reacts differently. Not all Bratz dolls have the same type of hair, not all Rainbow High dolls have the same hair, although I believe that they do, but don't go with that assumption. Try it on the doll you're doing, try it on the bottom of the hair and in the back, somewhere where you can get it off if it's ruined. Anyway, let's get started. I'm not going to do the full head on camera, or at least on live real-time camera, just because that's going to take forever. Also, I got a towel to put on my legs because the hair is hot, obviously, and it will save you from getting burned. I had a lot of burns on my legs when I did Daphne's just because I was being lazy and didn't go get a towel. So that's not pleasant, but look how nice the hair looks as you straighten it. You can see your result instantly when you're straightening hair, which I love, and over time, the hair is getting more and more dry, so just be mindful of that. If you're at the right temperature, it won't melt even if you straighten it dry, and straightening wet versus straightening dry can actually give you different results. You'll get a more like fluffy look if you do it dry, and you'll get just a sleek look if you do it wet. That's just my experience with specifically My Little Pony nylon, because I did a bunch of my G1 My Little Ponies when I first got my straightening iron, but it could be different depending on the different types of hair you're using. So yeah, this isn't a dramatic change here, just because her hair after being washed was pretty wavy anyway, but I really want the hair to look like it is pin straight on this doll. That's the goal, and it's looking gorgeous. So you see, since it's so dry right now, I just ran the straightener over it again, and it's getting that like fluffier look. It's very interesting. Alrighty, so I am happy with how this turned out, so I am going to move on to the next strand. I picked like strands, like, not strands, but like groups. I picked groups like this. I don't know how to describe how large this is, but basically when the straightener is running over, you want to make sure each hair gets its own share of the attention. If you do too big of a bundle, it will really just not do anything. And if you do too small of a bundle, it's just going to take you longer, so there's no reason to do that, unless you want to. But this is a very time-consuming process because you're going to run... Once I finish, I actually usually end up running the straightener over the entire head again multiple times just to get a really cohesive result, because sometimes you'll miss spots, or as the entire head dries, you'll notice a spot that just didn't take it as well as the rest. And look at that. I love it. I love it. And look how different the hair color of like this pink and this blue and this really like mulberry purple, look how different they are to this Amaya. It's very interesting. And by the way, I am still planning to show you guys what the rooting pattern looks like. I'm just going to do it once the hair is straight and dry. I just feel like that'll make it a lot easier, especially when it's dry. I feel like when it was wet, that was going to be a giant pain to separate. I think that one's done for the first pass, and there's the difference so far. Obviously, there's also some drying happening, but see how these strands have curl to them at the ends? They are curled. And on this one, the ends are completely pin straight and you don't see curling throughout, so that was the result we were going for. I'm gonna do one last strand on camera, and then on live action camera, I guess. Live real time. Real time was the word I was looking for. The words I was looking for. Okay. We will switch to time lapse in a little bit. All right. I love that orange. I always say orange is my least favorite color, but I really love how orange looks. I don't know. I think I'm wrong about orange. Look at that. And again, look how vibrant the colors in this doll's hair are compared to the smaller doll. I still love these ones, but this is more of like, I don't know how to describe this color mixture. It almost feels random. The colors are slightly muted, very slightly muted, while these ones are like darker and vibrant. I don't know. It's very interesting. All right, one more pass. And make sure you start at like as close to the root as you can get, otherwise you'll have this weird like curl up here as opposed to everywhere else. Also be mindful of the way you're straightening the hair. If you go all the way across the head and straighten all the hair that way, it's gonna lay really funny. So straighten it in the direction you're gonna have it lay. All right, now I am going to switch the camera over to time lapse. This was unexpectedly such a workout, and I think you can tell by how much I'm moving here. I was so exhausted and my body was so tired after this from like all the different movements and from sitting up. But yeah, I really just straightened her hair and not much to it. If you don't want your doll to have fluffy hair like mine ends up having, make sure you don't do as many passes as I did. Make sure the hair is still damp when you're done straightening it. But yeah, this was really fun and easy. I actually lost the part, so that's what's happening here. Straightening her hair, and I think I went too far. Like I got it a little bit too dry when I was straightening it because it's very fluffy right now at the bottom, if you can see that. It like gains a lot of volume at the bottom, and I do like that look, but I think for this particular doll and this particular styling, I would rather it be like sleek throughout, but it looks really, really pretty. Let me show you some like, it's so soft. Her hair is amazing. It's definitely the same quality as the smaller dolls, and as you can see, you don't really get bald spots. That's the blue, that's the actual scalp, so it kind of looks like a bald spot in the rainbow areas, but I think she's really well rooted actually, especially compared to the other dolls. She's gorgeous, but she's definitely meant to have this really intense side part at the top, so it would be difficult to style it any other way. But yeah, I am going to go condition her hair, re-soak it, and let it fully dry as if it was just freshly washed, because I don't know, I'm just not vibing with the fluffy look. It is very cute though. I wanted to turn out more like this. She was the second one that I did, so she turned out a lot closer to the vision. All right, I will be right back. So both Amaya now have dry hair, and I just want to show you like the different colors and patterns in the rooting. I am so in love with her hair like this. I'm really glad that I straightened it. I liked it curly a lot because you can see all the colors in the front really well, but I just love when have you ever seen those hairstyling videos on Instagram where they just like part the hair and there's this magical rainbow underneath? That's what I'm getting here. It's so beautiful and I really love it. And the hairstyle that I'm planning to do is that like half up, half down, where you take the front section and put it in a ponytail and then the rest is down. And I want to do that because most of the light blue that's over the hair right now is actually just this part line here. And then there's some on the underlayer as well. So if I take all of this up, it's actually going to free all of that rainbow, and I think it's going to look super pretty. And that's about it for her. She's ended up with a bit of a hump right here because I messed up the part line a little bit. I'm usually really careful to not mess with the part line, but because this doll has such a beefy head, I didn't really think about it. I was just washing through her hair, so definitely be careful with that. Alrighty, and then the smaller girly here, I'm just gonna give her the same hairstyle just because I want to see what it looks like. And she actually has a completely different plan to her hair here, I guess. It's more like the blue is just throughout. It definitely is a parting thing, but you see how there's, at least in mine, there's way more rainbow going on everywhere. And the rainbow colors chosen are pretty different. And for example, this indigo here versus the indigo in the smaller Amaya's hair, it's a lot darker on this one, and that's kind of the common theme here. So here's the pink. The pink, I believe the pinks might actually be the same. But yeah, this Amaya also has this like purple hair that has this silvery finish to it, and this one doesn't. I think I like this one's color mixture better, and I hate to say it, I just think it's more unique and interesting, but I really like both of them, and I'm really excited to see how their hair turns out when we style it. Sorry, that one fell. So I'm gonna go sit in my little chair there and have it on time lapse, and I'm gonna style their hair. The hairstyling footage I ended up getting, this was when I was trying to do a half up, half down style, so I'm using my curling rods to separate the hair, and I just didn't like how it ended up looking, but luckily in the footage I cut my head out, and I will explain why in the next clip. I will explain why I didn't end up filming the rest of the hairstyling, but yeah, I need a lot of practice before I continue this. But yeah, see, I don't like how that looks. We are done. I'm fully aware there's no hairstyling footage. This is kind of a theme in my videos, but listen. My face the entire time was like this. I was so angry. And it's not anything to do with this doll's quality. This doll is incredible. It's just, I'm really bad at styling hair, so the fact that she kind of flops around when you're trying to do it really was making me angry. But also when I would get to the hairstyle, when I would finally, after like an hour of trying, get the hairstyle, I tried several. I tried like a bun, I tried just a half up, half down. I just didn't like how they looked. I didn't like how she looked when I got rid of her side part, because I kept doing those types of hairstyles where you just like have the hairline and all of the hair is pushed back. But I feel like she looks really good with her side part. And then a lot of them just didn't match her outfit and makeup and overall situation here. I wanted her face to be fully visible. I wanted, you know, just to have a really clean canvas here, I guess, because she's so pretty. Her face is so pretty. So I decided to pull her hair back, but I did 2 mini ponytails instead of just doing one so that the hairline was conserved. You see that? And I actually really like how this looks, and my favorite part of this is her hair is cut in layers, but the top blue layer actually covers all of the colors, and when I put them in these ponytails, I have popped them up slightly so you can see, and I've separated them so you can see all of the colors that are hiding underneath. And I really love her hair. It's incredible. The way it's done is in layers, so there's a blue layer, red, yellow, orange. They did rows of each color, basically. I really love the dark purple, so I'm really glad that the way I styled the hair, the dark purple is super visible right in the front. I think it looks really good. I honestly would love to see her as just like blue, purple, green, but that's kind of Laurel, I guess. And everyone always says she looks like Laurel. I don't know, but I think it looks so good. See, because her outfit doesn't really have a lot of rainbow going on. Mostly because I took the piece with the rainbow on it off. Anyway, I'm really happy with her. I put her jewelry back on. She has everything except the belt. The belt is very cute, but I like this more. This almost looks like an autumn type of outfit. It's very casually preppy, if that makes sense, so that's kind of what I was going for with her look. I also gave her these 2 barrettes, just because I don't know, when a character design has 2 barrettes in the hair like this, it just makes it so much better. You know what I mean? And then I gave her her hoodie. She actually does have the crop top under here. Obviously the skirt, I don't have any other options. And then the socks. I have been having so much fun with her, and I really like that I gave her this simpler hairstyle too. I wanted a simpler hairstyle to begin with, because I just love to play with my doll's hair, and if I gave it a super elaborate hairstyle, I'd be scared to touch it ever. I would never play with the doll because I wouldn't want to ruin her hairstyle. And with this, it's easy to restyle, it's hard to mess up, and I can just sit here and comb her hair, which is one of my favorite things to do with my dolls, is just to sit and comb her hair and like look at how pretty she is and pose her and all of that. So I think I'm really, really going to enjoy this doll. I already have enjoyed her so much, just spending the whole day with her doing this video. I have had a blast, and she looks beautiful, so I'm really happy with her. I know it's not some sort of like super dramatic transformation, but I really like it. So I'm going to sit, well, I would kneel her, but she has click knees, so I'm going to sit her down right here. You can look at her pretty face in the corner. Look how pretty she is. She's so cute. Alright, now for Minnie Amaya. So this was the hairstyle that I was actually going for on this doll, but I couldn't get it to work. So this is the exact same as before, just without the pigtails in. Just because, again, the best thing about this doll is the hair and all the different colors and just playing with it to reveal them and stuff. So I wanted to leave it where you could still do that, just like with the big girl. But I still pinned back some hair. I probably should redo this, but I like that it kind of looks like really voluminous because I took really big chunks and twisted them. So that's kind of what happened here. Okay, so I know her part line is not the same as it was. I really love the indigo color and I really wanted it to be visible, so the last time I styled her hair I kind of changed her part line. It's very similar to what it was, but I moved most of the blue onto the other side so that the indigo would be showing, because my particular doll, I don't know if this is all of them, but my particular doll has a really big amount of indigo right at the front like this, so that's kind of why I did this twist style too, because it covers up a lot of the blue in the front, and I just think it's really pretty. And I have her in, this isn't really Amaya's style at all. Like in the show I feel like she dresses a lot more like glamorous and preppy than this, but I really like this. This reminds me of like an artist's outfit, like at an art school, like Rainbow High. I feel like this is the kind of thing that I would see people walking around in, and I think she looks super cute. She's not wearing her shoes because I have Kaya's rainbow shoes on her and they fall off constantly, so I do not put them on her until she is on the display shelf because they drive me crazy. Alrighty, so I guess that's it for this video. I do apologize that the transformation wasn't super dramatic, but I'm not just gonna do... I don't know, I just feel like they didn't look that good, and I prefer her like this, and I really just wanted to show you how cool her hair is, and how there is so much styling potential here for someone that is much more creative than me. Hair is just not my forte, but I'm really excited to get to practice on my rainbow high dolls, and I've had a lot of fun and done a lot of hairstyles that I've never done before, but I think sometimes less is more, and a simple hairstyle really helps the doll shine, and I think that is the case here. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what hairstyle you would give her. I'm interested. I feel like I'm going to be hearing a lot of fishtail braids, and I do really like fishtail braids, but if she had a middle part, I would be more inclined to do it. I like her like this. I think she looks cute. Anyway, for all this time, thanks so much for watching. Bye!